Awesome hunting Illinois, a lot of deer. This is the first time Chris or I have hunted with a rifle for elk in 25 years. It's probably close to that. Last day, last hour, baby. Take him now.
Nice.
Good shot.
Holy cow.
Hey, triple.
Just got into Austin, getting ready for a little hog and coyote.
Awesome hunting Illinois, a lot of deer.
The Southern Colorado deer and elk adventure has officially begun. We're heading to our first afternoon of bear camp here in Alberta. We're heading to New Mexico to hunt pronghorn. As with nearly every hunting season, there are highs and lows. Season 5 of Pure Hunting was no different.
Just dropped 15 yards, you didn't get a shot. Or don't understand how much things have to go right for bow hunting. Oh my gosh. I mean, no excuses, I just missed.
Elk hunting is my biggest passion, and we went on 3 hunts this fall where we were chasing elk. Opening day, Wyoming.
Opening day.
Chris Nowak and I traveled to west central Wyoming for an early season archery elk hunt.
Well, this is pretty country, big country. Son of a gun.
After 5 days of hunting hard, we found lots of elk sign and got close on a couple of occasions, but with no success. On the last day, we needed to make something happen.
The arrow looked like it was going right in the spot, and I just don't know if it was a touch low. I don't know, Chris, if you could see the whole thing. He stood there for a while, and I debated about shooting because I just, you know, with that angle of compensation, not giving me the reading and everything, I'm like, but he stood there broadside. It had to take it for over a minute, minute and a half, and I'm like, you know what? I make this shot all the time as long as I got the yardage right. Yeah, that's fantastic. Last day, last hour, baby. Let's go get him, pack him off the mountain, and have some fresh tendies. Oh, I can't wait. All right.
It was Chris's and my first time in that area, hunting early in the season, and we came away with a last day, last hour bull, which we were both thrilled with.
It is my smallest elk to date, but every bit proud. Oh, what a beautiful bull. That is a trophy spike.
Pure Hunting is brought to you by Browning, the best there is, and by Browning Ammunition. Wooden Stream Boots, footwear created for the great American outdoors and beyond, and these other fine companies. Chris Nowak and I decided to go on our own for the early rifle elk season in Colorado.
What I saw that bull was a pretty decent bull. We'll find him.
It was the first time Chris and I had hunted elk with a rifle in nearly 25 years. Our expectations were high since we were familiar with the area and had rifles in our hands.
Swirling. It winded me a little bit. He looked like a good bull, but it's getting really dark, and he moved across through this thick stuff with his cows. That's one of the other things about hunting this dark timber. Everything's got to line up just perfect. I tried to stop him, he took off with the rest of them. I mean, so close. Just bugled again. Dang it, dang it, dang it. So close and so far. I've killed one elk ever with a rifle. And that was my first elk ever. I think I was 14, 15. And I was really hoping to
make it number 2.
The Southern Colorado deer and elk adventure has officially begun. Brad Billingsley and I went bow hunting for mule deer and elk in southern Colorado.
Quiet night in the woods.
A lovely hike.
Not a whole lot of fresh sign either. I've been here about 6 hours. I haven't seen a thing.
It's gorgeous looking country. There's got to be critters here.
Yeah.
4 hours ago, we said if we didn't see anything, we'd be shocked, disappointed, and
Slightly perturbed.
Brad got a call from his friend Joe, who lives in the area, and explained why we weren't seeing any animals.
We're up on Park Mountain.
That area just had a giant drug bust.
One of the biggest marijuana busts ever in a national forest in our state. Law enforcement found more than 10,000 plants growing in the San Isabel forest.
We never could have planned on the drug bust activity, which disturbed the entire area, and we had to relocate, hoping to get an elk with only 2 days left. So what you often need to do when you're hunting public land is have a plan, stick to the plan, but don't fall in love with the plan.
let's try to make it happen. I can't think of I've been in some pretty places, but this would be a pretty spot to kill an elk.
Oh my gosh. So let's make it happen.
All right, go.
That bull just came into about 15 yards.
right around up the ridge. There's nothing I can do. He was coming right at me. That was my biggest fear.
Although only successful on one of my elk hunts, I loved each hunt and the time spent in the woods with Chris and Brad.
Awesome hunt in Illinois, a lot of deer.
I've hunted with Performance Outdoors 6 times, both archery and gun seasons, and although Illinois is known as one of the best places for an opportunity at a big buck, I've come away empty-handed many times.
Come on.
Not a deer. Even though I've been here and hunted 4 times, I have yet to come away with that buck of a lifetime. I can assure you that I'll probably be back.
Awesome hunt in Illinois, a lot of deer, but just big one didn't come into range.
I had one of the best nights in the stand as far as seeing lots of big bucks.
So far it's been unbelievably exciting. 4 does came out, then a big 9. Big 9. Bristled up and went over, and I didn't see another. Buck was out there, he's a 10. The 10 is still out here in the field. Another buck just came out. Losing track of all the bucks. Judas Priest, that's a nice deer too. That's a 12.
After 6 years of hunting in Illinois, I felt like I was in a great spot to finally get an opportunity on a buck.
Oh, there's a buck. That's a good tall 8. Good tall 8. He's coming across that field. He's not quite that big. He's a good deer though. That's a sure buck. Watch him. Oh, baby.
There he is.
Oh. Nice job. Thanks, man.
Congratulations.
I'm pumped. I am pumped.
One of the highlights of season 5 was finally taking a good, respectable buck with my bow.
Just love getting to hunt a new place.
Pure Hunting is brought to you by Fox Pro, high performance game calls. Hoyt, get serious, get Hoyt. And by Wilderness Athlete, the authority on outdoor performance nutrition. And these other fine companies.
Be sure to check out Tenzing for their full line of packs, from small day packs up to the 6,000, which is a phenomenal pack for the backcountry hunter. I travel a fair amount on some of my hunts, and when I'm traveling with my gear, I trust Plano to get my equipment there safely.
Just got into Austin, getting ready for a little hog and coyote. I've developed some really good friendships over the years through the outdoor industry. I was able to hunt with 2 of these friends this year. Randy Peck invited me down to hunt his family's range.
They've been in there really hard here lately.
All you can do, right? Just make a game plan and stick with it.
Love getting to hunt a new place and
learn a new property. It was the first night hunting hogs in Texas, and I was sitting in a spot with a lot of recent activity. As the sun went down, out came the hogs.
There's a pig coming out. Oh yeah, it's a big one. Should we go see if he's out there?
Sure, let's go.
All right.
Just tooth.
That's good.
Maybe I hit him in the mouth. It's not good.
No, that's not good.
After the blood trail went cold, we searched the area again to no avail.
Dang it.
Although I wasn't as successful as I should have been with Randy, I enjoyed the opportunity to hunt with him and his son Hoyt, and we will likely hunt together again soon. The other good friend I got to hunt with this year was Jason Matzinger, who invited me to join him on a black bear hunt in Alberta, Canada.
I mean, I was stacked. Group of 3 arrows was...
That's a dead bear.
There's another one right there. It's a good looking bear. I just shot that bear.
While I got my first ever archery bear, Jason had a great opportunity of his own.
Yes.
Hey,
Got yourself a bear.
All right.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
well, here's the first archery bear. Jason and I had a great hunt, and we both took good bears. His largest ever and my first archery bear. I was able to enjoy 2 hunts with my dad this year. An Argentina dove shoot has always been on my dad's bucket list. So when my dad decided to retire, I figured that the best present I could get him would be a trip for the both of us to experience Argentina's world-class wing shooting. My dad didn't kick things off too well.
Ah, that was a dumb shot. Oh! How did I miss that shot? They need to slow down just a little bit. Can you get them to slow down?
But he eventually got into the swing of things.
Oh!
Got him. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did.
Hey, good job.
Thank you. Go blast. Maybe over the tree.
Bueno.
Bueno. I like those buenos.
Holy cow. Sometimes so many, you can't pick the bird out. This is a ton of fun, and this is what I wanted my dad to experience. The second hunt was with my dad and my son Tristan in Nebraska.
Nice.
Oh, right in front. Tristan, get ready. Oh. You kidding me again?
Hey.
Gotta know that's a hen. That's a hen.
Oh, is that a mallard? I thought they were widgeons.
That's why I yelled, it's a hen.
Oh, shoot. Sorry.
It's all right, it's legal.
I know.
Well, you made a good shot on it, even though it was a hen.
Ready? Take him, take him.
Yes!
Nice. Boom.
Here. Good boy. Oh.
Good dog.
I owe my hunting passion to my dad and hope to continue the hunting heritage with both of my kids.
Big old fat greenie, look at that. Are you 15 or 5?
When it's boring, I turn 5.
Well, I can't watch for ducks and call when you're doing it, even though there's nothing to call at right now.
Oh.
As we sat and waited for the birds to come in, I could only hope that Tristan realizes one day that it's not about if they come in at all, or if you make the shot when they do.
That's enough. That's all right.
It's the time we get to spend with each other that really matters, as that time is precious and fleeting. This season was a series of adventures I won't soon forget.
Nice shot. No, that's a hen.
Yeah, I know.
Nice shot.
While some trophies were taken, the memories made with family and friends is what I will treasure the most.